I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen. Auntie Erica is funny as hell. What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Post birthday apocalypse. What's going on? What's gooey?
Happy birthday, beautiful.
Thank you, baby mother. How are thou?
I'm good. The visuals are giving today. The visuals are visualizing.
Thank you. You know, I'm trying to do a little 1-2. Just do a little 1-2. Show out for the 38. I'm trying to be fabulous and 40 like you said.
Well, I'll be fabulous in 50 December 12th.
My God, that's a blessing.
Nephew.
I can only hope. I reach such a finish line, and you're wearing it and wearing it well. Speaking of 40 and fab, of course, sound off and let the folk know what the tea is, seeing before we even get into all the hell that just broke loose in the last live.
Thank you, Conscious. The tea is, I'm still number 4. Still trying to get the votes up. You can vote more than once. You can buy votes, share the link to votes, because as of 7 p.m., I think Pacific Standard Time today, they're going to just, whoever the top persons are, they're going to take them for the final, as the finalists runoff. And I'm a little nervous. I ain't scared, but I'm a little nervous, but I just never thought I would have got this far, so it's a blessing in that. But y'all hit them links, share it with everybody. You all can vote again. If you voted already, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Buy the vote, share the link.
That part. Please continue to post the link, send to the 40 and fab for short. And moderators, please continuously have that in rotation and let everybody know to take time out to vote. It is super, 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 super important. I'm gonna call you later on today too, Sin. So we gonna
get your rest,
talk.
baby. I ain't going.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk later today though. After I get that rest, we're gonna talk today though.
Oh yeah, okay, baby.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all sound off. Of course, Storm, what the fuck is going on?
You did that, Conscious. You did that. I gotta give you your big one. You did that. Sledgehammer head felt so comfortable, the same way she felt comfortable when she spread her legs for geriatric grandpa and that motherfucking granny baby that she is pregnant with.
What?
Trying to clean up her karma before she fuck around and be cursed for the next 10 generations. Fuck her and that goddamn baby. How about that?
And boom, there goes the dynamite.
There goes the dynamite. So what?
Stop letting all these niggas come to you.
Okay. Okay, let's stick to the audio story. What were some of the things that stood out to you in that audio?
Me? I was all up into it. How am I on everybody's mind and I'm not even around them? Conscious, listen, I ain't never gave them no pipe ever.
Wow.
Yet I be having these hoes press.
But you real.
Acting like a scorn lover.
These raggedy niggas that suck dick in urinals pressed.
Oh, God. Not the glory hole, Storm. Don't do the glory hole. The glory hole ain't got nothing to do with it.
I got bitches with scraped uteruses pressed and fuck niggas with loose bussies pressed.
I can agree to the loose bussy part. I can agree.
Yeah.
I can agree.
I don't understand. I was all over through that. This is don't tell Storm.
Did you think this was going to happen sooner than later or later than sooner?
Later than sooner.
Okay, explain why.
I thought they was gonna try to hold it together a little bit longer. I
Well,
really
it
thought
has been 2 years after. So you thought it was going to last longer than 2 years after the aftermath of everything with you and Vaughn and her and all that? That they had 2 more years left?
Yeah,
What, more years left after that together?
Yeah, I actually thought that like once Unhinged got through the bankruptcy or the IRS stuff and the allegedly her going to prison, I thought that after that they would fall out. Like I low-key had thought shit, Unhinged was gonna end up in prison, and then the husband and Slash Hammerhead was gonna go run away together.
Oh wow. Okay, so you had the situation going on over on your platform. I had no idea. So like what happened? So somebody sent you some, like, where was Unhinged where she was illustrating this situation on the boat with one of the, like, what was the situation?
Oh, so allegedly, baby, they was at Lake Lanier. All right. And the husband went out to the lake and didn't have no swimming trunks. So he just wanted to swim in his boxers. Okay. But here's the problem. When you well endowed, I guess he's a hanger, a shower. When you well endowed, baby, you be hanging out your shit. So you just can't be, people don't listen, I swam in my drawers too, but people don't understand. Swimming trunks are made with a different material to kind of hide the bulge a little bit. But sometimes if the bulge is so big, so long, and so thick, it's gonna hang out either way. So the nigga was out in Lake Lanier in his drawers. And so allegedly the assistant was just supposed to be filming and, kind of doing vlog. Oh my God, we're at the lake. We're such a big and black, happy fucking lion ass family. And so she took the camera and zoomed in on the bulge and said, "Damn."
What? What?
You
what?
Wait a minute, stop. The Lake Lanier, the ancestors must be asleep that day because they walked out of there alive.
Right.
What?
What's the tea?
Allegedly, but I already knew because number one, Unhinged sucked LA Truth's dick as soon as the interview was over.
Hold on, Unhinged did?
No, I'm sorry, the assistant.
Sledgehammer
Sledgehammer. After LA Truth got interviewed, they said cut. She got in his car and started sucking his dick right away. They didn't even make it to
allegedly, girl.
Allegedly. But she sucked that dick before she got fed. I guess she liked to suck dick on an empty stomach.
What? What?
You said.
So hold on. So Unhinged was just on her platform kicking it and just divulging. Like, was this a part of a hot? I don't understand. Like, This was a part of Hot Topic. So keep in mind, right? Okay.
Sharon Osbourne told a story about how like Whitney thought she was trying to fuck on Bobby. So that was like a topic. And so Unhinged goes in to say, well, I had a situation like that with a friend or who I thought I was a friend, but they ain't around me no more. And then she went on and told the story without telling the name.
Oh. And people just put the obvious 2 and 2 together. Now here's the gag. Do you really believe that storm? Because now that you know that both of them helpers are at open war now, and both of them tried to plant seeds on each other, do you think that's a genuine situation that Tasha kept in the back pocket until Mad Day, or do you think she just trying to discredit Sledgehammer Head and just find some way to make her a shady person, a shady individual?
I think it's a little sprinkle of truth with a dash of lies. But keep in mind, they both like the same thing. Both of them are heavily attracted to heavy meat ass niggas.
Shout out to Von Ray.
They also like heavy meat ass niggas that they can control, and that's gonna be quiet.
Shout out to Shaq.
Okay. And so when you got a bitch around you and your man treating you good and putting up with your shit. See, Unhinged has a way of going off and talking shit, and then heavy meat ass check just look at her. and he suck his teeth.
You
What are you doing? What did I say?
Oh, God.
What did I tell you?
Not
And
the Wakanda accent.
And I'm sorry, daddy. You know, and then she go get fucked so loud that everybody thinks she died. So at the end of the day,
not a second death.
when you got a bitch around you and your man treating you good and caring for the
You're
kids.
right, because he does hold her down for better or for worse. Even if he objects to some shit, he is holding on to for better than for worse.
For better or for worse. When I say he the type of father that holds the baby to his chest every night, he is a good man.
That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man, Savannah. Wow.
That got caught up.
Wow. I never thought of it like that, Storm. I never thought of it like that.
You gotta think. And then he's the brains behind the operation. And he's, you know, and when the money was good and everything was flowing, you know, you around them and they in this big old house and they got cars and they got money on money and taking everybody to dinner and bags and, you know, Louis Prada Gucci. And you seeing this man really love on this woman.
Louis Prada Gucci. That's a funny shit. Go ahead.
And you got a nigga fucking you on a full-size mattress with the plastic still on it in another nigga's house.
Lord Jesus.
So that make him every girl in Georgia's dream.
Literally. You got to keep in mind, he's decent looking. He's in shape. He know 4 languages. He's very intelligent. He quiet and he can fight.
What the hell he want with Tasha old bull?
He got her pregnant within the first 30 days. He got stuck here in America. So like she knows he's devoted
He
to
didn't get stuck. He got green card stuck shit too.
He already had his green card, to be fair. He already had his green card.
Okay.
Kids.
But she knew he wasn't gonna leave it. See, women
Let me
know.
tell you something.
Women know.
Them Nigerians only trying to get to America for America. They don't give a damn about what they got to sacrifice to get here. So if it means being married to her just to have access to America,
damn,
he done hit the lottery.
Now keep in mind, he's Malian. He's not Nigerian. He's Malian. He's Malian.
Okay.
But
that's true. That's true because
in my brain he identifies as Nigerian.
Okay.
Mm.
But women know when they meet a good man. That's why they typically like will hold on to they will fight for their daddy. Like women know when they got a fuck nigga and they know when they got a good nigga that's gonna love his kids and love you no matter what.
Well, maybe the women can corroborate what Chris Rock said. Chris Rock said that men and women are different in this case. That when a man gets introduced to his homeboy's girlfriend and she's a good girl, the homeboy says, "Damn, I want a girl
like that."
Like that. He says when a woman meets her girlfriend's man and he's a good man,
I want him.
that she says to herself, "Bitch, I want him, and I will slit your motherfucking throat to have him, bitch." And that a man will single-handedly be able to be a variable that can come in between women in their relationship to each other, no matter how long women know each other. They could be mother and daughter duo. They could have been good girlfriends since they were in preschool. But you insert a motherfucking man, it's gonna turn into the goddamn wild west. Now, if Unhinged sitting over there with the idealistic man because he loyal, he got a big dick, he ultimately gonna let her get away with fucking murder, and he willing to take a piss while sitting down.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah. Unhinged told who she told. She was in an interview. I think it might have been with Blueface Mama, Carlisha, or whatever her name is. I think it was in an interview because Unhinged was going off about Carlisha being basically masculine as hell, and she be emasculating her man without knowing, and she gotta let that man be submissive. Now, preaching to the goddamn choir, right? I mean, the hypocrisy of it all. And then somewhere, for some reason, in that, she was like, "Yeah, if you go upstairs to my bathroom, like the reason my flow is is bleach white and bleach clean. She was like, if you go into any of my bathrooms, it's bleach white and clean, despite having a man in here, because I make Shaq piss while sitting down. so that he can avoid pissing all around the rim of the toilet and turning that bitch gold. And my mouth was on the floor sin. When Tasha had the nerve to emasculate her man publicly by saying she makes him take a whiz like a little girl.
Like a girl.
Like a little lady. She make that man tuck his penis and point it down between his legs. And two,
wow.
And it's a lot to tuck.
Anatomically correct for a man to do that.
Go on.
I said it's a lot for him to tuck.
Did a lot. Have you seen?
No, I didn't have the pleasure, but I will say this. And now I'm just being silly by saying pleasure. I wouldn't fuck with him now.
We silly, Eddie.
Hey, listen, look, if she can ask me about my penis right in front of him, all bets are off. She took out her titty so many times in front of him, and when I would look away or look down, she said, why you ain't looking? Why you turning your head? You want to go to Africa? They titties out in Africa. What you gonna do when you go to Africa?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Deal with that then. Put your old tig old biddies back in your bra and shut the fuck up.
But
what y'all think about Savvy saying all men should sit down and take a piss? And
I'm not doing that.
And Deanna says TK getting Shaq ass ready for prison. That's why she training she grooming his ass for prison. My God, today. God damn it, Deanna. Damn it.
But the crazy thing is, and this is why I said in my show today, that when the assistant was living at my house for that short time, she told me a lot of things about Unhinged and her husband and their alleged escapades.
Really?
And it's shit that I would never repeat. I'm not even gonna say it on the phone. I'm not even gonna say it to Conscious.
That's a lie. He ain't gonna say it to me publicly.
That part.
Yeah.
Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll.
But you know what? So funny, Storm. I got some intel, some interesting intel too, and I wonder if it's the same intel. So
okay,
we might got to swap out intel behind the scenes and line up some shit, because I got some interesting shit. But so because I want to get everybody's thoughts on everything that took place. But Storm, I know you kind of have a relationship to Bondi Blue. So when you heard the Bondi Blue piece, like, what was your thoughts about that? Like, what was that about?
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't seem like it. Okay, here's what I will say. Even if her and Bondi had that conversation, if Bondi brought that up, the context is a lie. Because I'm not seeing Bondi Blue just coming up like, oh yeah, girl, what you've been pregnant before, right? Like that don't even like Bondi doesn't take me to be someone that doesn't understand like proper social etiquette.
Right.
Like that's
she'd have been in the game too long.
Yeah.
Like she ain't gonna blow her. Like she working.
Unless they was blackout ass drunk. That's the only way I can see something like that happening.
Wow. Do you I don't know, because I don't watch Bondi. Like, does she respond to shit? Like, do you think she'll respond to that?
Oh yes.
She might.
She might,
because then old girl called her a bitch in that audio.
She called Sweet Pea a bitch. Did she call Bondi a bitch? Did she? I don't know if she called Bondi a bitch, but she was calling her like girl. She was still trying to be like low key, nice, nasty. Like I was like, yeah, I gave that girl. Like, I was giving that girl. I gave that girl a ride to the hotel.
With your way.
But I don't think she called her a bitch.
Bondi didn't need her to give her no motherfucking ride. Bondi got a whole husband. What is
women, and she's told it.
True.
And she just had a tutorial where she was out at the beach and there was a beautiful black girl behind her, and this is what she did. She moved the camera and shit, and then she did her eyebrows like this.
Who, Auntie?
Bondi Blue.
Like she raised the eyebrows as in like she wanted some of that coochie?
Hell yeah.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with being a quarter of LGBT.
And her And her husband know it.
Most
Baby, where y'all been at? I'm the old bitch. I'm 54.
wait, so are you trying to say that Bondi might have been trying to get her son from Chelsea?
Oh,
Y'all better go run y'all tracks back. She was out at the beach and she was scrolling on around and everything. And then there was a beautiful black woman. I don't know who she was, but and she did like this. She did her eyebrows like this. And I ain't got Botox. I'm just trying to keep my skin.
Look, I'm gay. Women fine. That's why I had to get me some pussy last year.
Bondi Blue.
Because if you put a beautiful pussy in front of me, ain't no telling what I do.
That part. All rumors and all tea. That part.
And send the attorney after me, bitch. I know what it is. I heard it. Bondi Blue, she don't hold nothing back. She pretty much like Storm old chipmunk cheek pass. Cause he was like,
well, he is sitting here, Auntie.
now she gonna drag me right.
He's still on the panel, Auntie.
Storm, you gonna say, and out of everybody, y'all thought I wasn't straight. And you had the old chipmunk, you know, the 3 chipmunks and shit. Everybody thought I wasn't straight. I hollered. And you know, cause I know you be with that girl with that big ass wig like Shaka Khan.
Oh, we Auntie.
Oh no, you can't do that now.
Auntie. Everybody's still in the room, Auntie.
But
and the lights on, Auntie. Everybody's still in the room. and the lights on, baby.
Boy, me and Lil Jones with everybody mind, ain't we?
God damn. I mean, Auntie is just Auntie, you just giving it to it's too straight from the hip, honey. We need like pull out a water gun. Not the
Look, she is locked and
put
loaded.
water in that gun.
I love her. I do.
Put some okay.
Look,
Yeah, baby.
It's locked and loaded. It's the holiday season. She's getting ready to be in rapid fire mode. Just let the shit happen. Don't take it personal.
But Storm don't take it personal. She says she love you.
No.
Well, all love me.
Yeah, I can't wait to get old enough to not give a fuck like this.
Hey, we're already there. Thank you, Jesus. Glory.
But Conscious, can I say this?
Yes, of course.
And then,
Please save Auntie by distracting us, rumors and tea.
Okay, so did you wholeheartedly, sincerely, being the critical thinker that you are, and because of the experiences you've had with, Sledgehammerhead, did you really think that she was going to go public and admit that, she was wrong in the role that she played in the situation?
I did, because honestly, I thought it was beyond her pay grade to even give Von Ray a verbal apology, which I still know would not have happened if she would have still been in cahoots with Unhinged. That would not have taken place. So that's also what makes it insincere and fake as hell, because it took 2 years after the fact and for you to fall out from the person you were hiding behind to then go and act on 1/3 of your conscience. So when she did it, I was like, oh, because clearly she got to be smart enough to know Von Ray gonna record this shit, gonna publicize it. And if that's the case, she must be ready to then be, she must be ready to also go public too, because how you know that a nigga, like, how you gonna think a nigga ain't gonna record that and ain't gonna publish that to vindicate his fucking self from such a thing? But so I was actually kind of shocked when she actually had no intention per se of going public. She felt like giving him the sorry was enough, and I just could not. You want, like, in that other conversation her and I had after she called me when Storm's Live went up and after mine yesterday, and we like was going at it, and I couldn't understand her logic, because I'm just like, what's the you saying you can't go public, but you gave him a apology. And then y'all heard me ask her in this audio. I said, well, if he publishes that, what you gonna think? She was like, well, I mean, he can, long as he clear about what I'm apologizing for. I don't care. So I'm like, well, what's the difference between your recorded voice going up and trying to quote unquote set the record straight, and you just being a whole woman and doing a formal apology both to Vaughn privately, and you also come forward publicly where this crime was committed at, and the fact that she wanted to pussy pop away from that, I just didn't get it. Which just tells me that she did this for herself. But yes, I was shocked that she wouldn't go public.
Me, right?
Wait.
I commented, I see patterns, and I see that most of the people like that are the offenders are pathological, compulsive, and habitual liars. We, you know, in observation, we see that her and, you know, Trashy K have a lot of similarities, like almost like two sides of the same coin, right? So we know that that other person reached out to Storm and gave, I don't even think that was an apology, but you know, tried to mask a conversation as an apology. And what I think is going on clearly, you have two people that have fallen out with each other, like the ammunition that they both have on each other. We know could be even worse than what that other person has experienced through the lawsuit, you know, from Cardi B. Like, I just feel like they both are like two fish out of water, and they're struggling to get back to the water. And so whoever they could pull along to help push them along, like, okay, the other person ran to Storm, so she ran to, you know what I'm saying, to old boy. To me, it's just like very strategic what they're trying to do. It's like, let's, you know, I'm sitting back and I'm watching you, but I'm trying to get all my ducks in the row. If I can go back and show not necessarily like remorse, but you know, pretend to give acknowledgement, but I'm not really taking any accountability. But I'm gonna give this information, right? But I can still say, oh, that was altered. I didn't say that, you know, this was clipped out. It was a lot of information that was left out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not getting the whole conversation, no matter how many recordings, you know, is being played, even though the recordings that are being played, even if they were chopped and screwed, is damning. Like, enough was said. It was long enough to know that everything couldn't have been chopped and screwed. But still, that's like an argument. You know what I mean? Like it would be a failed attempt, but it's something to have as ammunition. And it just feels very strategic. Like, yeah, what would be the odds that, you know what I'm saying, Unhinged would run to Storm and pretend to try to, and this is just me saying this, pretend to try to make amends, you know, and then you know, that person goes and runs, and you know what I'm saying, runs, you know, like I just see patterns. I see they're doing the same exact thing. I don't see any difference other than one still has a platform that they currently use, and the other one, you know what I mean, because they don't have the same following. You know what I mean? Now they're just working behind the scenes, something that they've always done. Like, it's just, I don't see no difference in either one of them. I don't see any reform in either one of them. But what I do, now I'm gonna tell you what I do respect, and I'm gonna let somebody else talk. But what I really do respect is the fact that at least Sledgehammerhead was honest in the sense of letting everyone know, letting you know that, you know what I'm saying, this is what her motive is. It ain't really to help rectify, you know what I mean, and clear old boy's name. It's just really, you know what I'm saying, a way for her to get out there and start making her coins. Because truly that seems to be her desire. She wants to be, you know, a real true content creator. And maybe that was her issue with Storm. Maybe that's why she don't like you, Storm, because secretly
she never was and never will be. I told her to.
But maybe that's been her goal. Maybe that's what she wanted. You know what I mean? And even though you had, like, both of y'all had access, she had the access in close proximity to that other person, the quote unquote mentor, before you even came along, but the mentor never, you know what I'm saying, maybe didn't try to push her or support her that way.
That's not true. That's not true. Because, see, I've been around, so I can tell y'all this. She tried to help her be a content creator many, many times. Said person was so lazy and did not have the work ethic to be a content creator. Be a beauty blogger, but she's not beautiful. It didn't work. Should I be a travel blogger with mediocre travels at cheap-ass hotels?
Well, no, but see, no, okay, listen to me. Maybe that was, like you said, the beauty, you know, right. Maybe she wasn't interested in getting into anything salacious. Maybe she didn't want to be that type of content creator. And you know, maybe that's something that the other person, the mentor, wanted, you know, that's her field of expertise. So maybe that's what she was trying to push. And so therefore the mentee or the assistant decided to play the lazy role, because that's not really what I want to do. I can actually see that, not trying to make her innocent or anything, but I can see that from her, because clearly what I'm seeing now, after what we just listened to, this person wants to be a content creator, but didn't want to go in that field. But now, because there has been this breakdown, she's ready to go at the old girl's neck. Okay. And basically snatch her platform, because she knows old girl is going down. So this is a perfect opportunity. I can actually use the ammunition that I have and do a her on her. You did shit for me.
It's gonna be Clash of the Titans.
No, this is YouTube's Hunger Games. This is their version, and we're watching it in real time. And I think we should enjoy it. Trust and believe there's going to be more content coming from this. It's going to be a lot.
Oh yes, and I'm gonna long stroke it. Not long stroke.
So, do you use lube, Vaseline, lotion? What, you know?
Well,
I know you ain't roughing it.
Normally it's so warmed up I don't need none. But if I do, I'm a professional.
Oh, so your hands stay moist and hot.
Listen, everything on me stay hot.
Okay, you know what, y'all? Back on track. I want to welcome Nosy. Hey, Nosy.
Hey, I just came up because you know I support your channel.
Yes, thank you.
I don't even know what's really going on, but you know I have a long-standing it's up and stuck with Tasha K's funky foot, nasty black neck, fucking raggedy mouth. Oh, did we cuss on your channel? My bad.
Yeah, this is a cussing ministry try. Go ahead.
You know, I cuss over there. I call her all kinds of goddamn fucking boosie badass looking raggedy rat face bitches. That bitch, I don't know if y'all remember, but Tasha K tried to, now that James Wright Chanel is all in the blogs because Krishan, you know, allegedly beat his ass. Does anybody remember when Tasha K tried to get me to set that boy up for child molestation?
Yep.
Yep. Tasha K's a dirty bitch. She's dirty. She's dirty. She's been dirty for a long. And I told that bitch back in 2020 when she kept fucking with me, I told her, you know, I'm real protected. I'm an old Louisiana hoe. You might want to leave me the fuck alone, because when people fuck with me, they end up with that Jaguar Right treatment. You see that bitch's head started swelling, and now she might be dead somewhere.
Jesus Christ, no.
I tell these hoes, because I mind my fucking but they won't leave me alone. So yeah.
So what actually start, like, so is that where it began, like over the James Wright shit is where you and a hinge went left at, or did something happen prior to that?
No, it was before that. So let me tell y'all, I don't know how much time y'all got, but y'all know I'm on talk. Child, I was just starting my channel. I didn't know. I'm just getting into the celebrity mess. I'm like, oh well, you know, the pandemic is about to start. You know, OnlyFans is popping off. I got a lot of passive income coming. Let me start a new hobby. So I start Nosy Heaux live because I am nosy and I'm a hoe and I like to go live. Child, one of the subscribers sent me the story about Brandy Norvo from Bad Girls Club. Y'all remember when she acted like she wants to kill herself?
Yes.
And she said Tasha saved her life?
Yes.
And I was like, wait a minute. I got the notification for Tasha's channel. I had turned on the notifications. I got it late at night. She was like, y'all, I need y'all to call 911. Brandy from Bad Girls Club just took a bottle of pills, and I played it on my channel, and everybody was like, that don't make sense. She took a bottle of pills. Why is she calling you? Why is she not in a psych ward somewhere? She interviewed the girl like maybe 2 or 3 days later. I'm like, why is she not in a psych ward? They should be holding her to try to figure out why she tried to kill herself.
Right.
Then the address that she told everybody to send the ambulance to, one of my subscribers looked it up and found out it was a vacant house on Zillow. So I was like, oh, they just pulled a stunt to try to, you know, get her on the new Bad Girls Club and get Tasha some clicks and views. And child, she's been mad at me ever since.
Wow.
I exposed her for lying. So then she sent me that story about James Wright Chanel, but she had already sent that same story to Armand Wiggins, to Lovely T, everybody that she was beefing with.
Wow.
Yes. It's crazy, y'all.
She created her own publicity stunt and then also marketed it all around.
Child, yes, she was telling me she was a young.
I did not know though, Nosy, that she been doing junkie stunts this long, because I was not really following Tasha at all when I came on the scene at all. So the first drama I ever learned about was her and the Lovely T shit over the Star Jones drama, and then I had dipped off again off her radar because she really wasn't my cup of tea like that. So
yeah, she's not pretty to look at. She's corny. I never liked Tasha K either, but she made a name for herself beefing with Cardi B and shit. So I turned on the notifications for her channel so I could keep up what's going on. But child, she came in my comments and threatened me that day and told me I better take the video down, and we've been beefing ever since.
I saw when you dragged the shit out of her when her and Jack was having a moment on your channel and she was trying to run your shit and you gathered every follicle.
Yes, I told her, you with them Woody Woodpecker ass feathers upside your head. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. Don't tell me. I don't play with Tasha. She get on the internet and talk shit, but she can never address me directly the way she. Yeah, she'll just talk shit on her page. Yeah. But when I'm right there, she don't have shit to say. She's very scary.
She is. Yeah. Tasha K is a whole fucking coward. So what you think about her and the PA falling completely off? What you think about the situation?
Wait, her and who?
Her and Sledgehammer Head, aka a Chelsea Alana, her personal assistant.
The only thing I know about Chelsea is I cussed her out one day on Clubhouse. I had Jennifer Huff on Clubhouse. They tried to sabotage my room. I cussed Chelsea the fuck out, and they went to open a room on me and said that they was gonna go and hunt down my ex. I've been in many relationships. I'm a lesbian, so we hop relationship to relationship. I don't know which ex she was talking about, but Tasha said she was gonna go hunt down my ex, and Chelsea was gonna help her. That's all I even know about that girl. I don't know that. So they fell out now.
They all the way out, and they've been out for apparently the past few months. We just didn't know about it, but folk been clocking it because Chelsea didn't show up to Tasha's Miami show, and then apparently a moderator ain't seen her around in the group text that Tasha got with all her moderators, and nobody was seeing Chelsea, period, which was unusual, but neither her or Tasha had spoke about the situation. And then she started, over the past few days, hitting up all these content creators who had content up about her, paying them to take down videos about her, about Von Ray, etc. And then she ended up reaching out to me to ask me how much would I charge her. Well, how much would I charge her to take down content off my platform? And then that's what led us to a conversation. But she had already spoken to Von Ray and apologized for the fake ass RAPE narrative that her and Tasha tried to weaponize against Von. And then that just led to her spilling the whole tea about what was happening, that she basically fucking quit. She found out that Tasha was shady and triangulating her and setting her up to be in all this bullshit. Tasha K accused her of stealing and defrauding Kibi Studios. It just got real nasty. She also found out that Tasha had put a private investigator out on her and her boyfriend, which is her 50-year-old baby father.
Why? Why is she not investigating her? Let me leave her man alone. Allegedly, her man is. Let me mind my business. Why is she not investigating her man's lovers? I don't understand.
Oh my God.
Allegedly. Let me mind my business.
Now, Tasha been asking. She said, look, if they out there, come forward. If the hoes and the side pieces and the side niggas out there, why they ain't come forward yet?
Because they getting that check. That's why she can't pay Cardi. Ooh.
Well, Chelsea is feeling fucked up right now because she didn't want Tasha to be put up on game, because her agenda was she wanted to get her lick back by being able to go to all the major podcasters and pretty much tell her story if she was going to have to put up with Tasha, because she know Tasha coming for her at some point. She just don't know when, and she don't know where. So she want to pull the trigger first, and she want to be able to capitalize off of the publicity from the breakdown. So she didn't want Tasha K knowing nothing about what she about to do, which is about to line her up. She also said that if they subpoena her for the bankruptcy shit, she's going to sabotage.
Now wait a
Tasha
minute.
in bankruptcy court.
She knows about some of the bankruptcy stuff.
Chelsea said in the audio she knows everything, and that's why she don't understand why Tasha K's even playing in her fucking face and even trying her like this, because bitch, I know where all the bodies are. So how dumb could you fucking be to get on my bad side to fuck me over, to play these fucking Hunger Games with me, bitch, when you know that not only do I know where they are, shit, I've also helped you bury some of those fucking bodies. So Chelsea kind of shook if that Tasha is
But
on her
Tasha's
bullshit.
bold. Tasha's bold, and she's a self-sabotager. It doesn't matter if what she's about to do is gonna ruin her. She don't care. Look at how she went in court and was like, "Yeah, I lied. So what?" Like that's basically what she did. She self-sabotages. I think she likes pain.
Ooh.
So it's something.
I've said that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something's deeply wrong with Tasha. Like she's an emotional cutter.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Yep.
I have called Tasha a sadomasochist. Like the bitch, she got a niche for agony and for just destruction and even being the one destroyed.
That's like a Jeffrey Dahmer kind of vibe.
She hates herself. Now she's worse than Jeffrey Dahmer because Jeffrey Dahmer just like dick. She hates herself. That girl hates herself. Jeffrey Dahmer like human flesh and dick. Tasha K hates her own life. I'm telling you. She does everything she can to destroy it because it would have been easy to just apologize to Cardi in the first place. That woman gave you a chance. And then you go in court and basically say, oh, well, I did what I did. Now what? She just like the shit that she did with Jaguar Wright. That interview where she asked her about when was your hymen broken, that was crazy. And people told her too. They kept telling her, why would you ask that woman that when she was a victim, you need to apologize? And instead of her doing that, she went the whole opposite direction and brought the woman's whole family on. She's sick. I keep for real.
Wow.
I make fun of her and shit, but she's really deeply disturbed.
But what do you think she like? What the fuck is she hating about her life that creates this? What do you think it is she's hating? Is it her?
What? I'm gonna say this as a dark-skinned woman. Dark-skinned Black women are treated very bad in this country.
Yeah.
People hate dark-skinned Black women. I'm from Louisiana and dark-skinned, but I had a mother who always told me, you're prettier than the light-skinned girls. And she wasn't trying to be shady towards light-skinned. My mother wasn't dark-skinned. But she knew she had to counter the hate that I was going to get elsewhere. She had to be extra with it. Like, no, you're all that and a bag of chips. If you don't have that, it's a good chance growing up a dark-skinned woman in the South, you're going to have some kind of self-hate that you're going to have to fight against.
Wow.
I think that people told her whole life that she was ugly because she is. And instead of her trying to fix her ugliness.
You think that she unattractive, Nosy?
No, she's unattractive, yes. And honestly, for real, if it wasn't for the way that she is, she would be prettier. It's like, it's her. Her energy is ugly.
Yeah,
everything about her is ugly. When you feel bad on the inside, it shows on your outside.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Tasha K first came out? I believe Storm would remember this. She made a set moral rules for herself that she wasn't going to talk about death. She wasn't going to talk about somebody's kids. And if she got the story wrong, she had no problem of retracting the story. Now that she had gotten away from that, and she's not the Tasha K that I first really enjoyed, now she has become this tabloid, this National Enquirer blogger now, to a point where that, National Enquirer has always told lies and they've never been shut down, and she feels that she's going to be that Black National Enquirer. And I just think that we never really, we kind of laughed it all the way till Cardi B said, oh, I'm going to sue you and go to court with it. And we kind of wanted to believe her that she was going to go against it and win. But when she actually lost and when she actually admitted that she lied, it just kind of made us feel like, damn, maybe we are supporting it in the wrong way. Maybe we need to hold this woman accountable. But a lot of us are trying to hold her accountable, even myself included. when I talk to her on the phone. So I know that she is just not understanding the error of her ways. And I just kind of feel heartbroken that she is going through this, and it's very saddened that I had to disconnect from her because of that.
Yeah, because
So,
you are actually a wino. Like, you used to be a wino.
baby, I am a recovering wino. My
NAA.
name is my name is the real Brand, and I am a recovering wino.
But we can't say that she don't understand. And
Yeah, because I don't
Tasha
think
K's
she did.
50. She's 50. She's a narcissist.
50. Oh my God.
She's a narc.
Hey, Storm.
Hey.
Thank you
But
for saying it, because I'm over here like, I mean, I don't have no empathy for her. It's intentional, it's deliberate. She's not a delusional person
I
in the sense that
She told
the
me something.
reality has reality for her.
It
Like
has,
yes,
but
it
she
has gotten real. Life is lifing for her in the realest way possible. She's not delusional about what she's experiencing. This all her antics are intentional and deliberate.
but she
right.
but the crazy thing is she told me when I first met her, she said in this life you either fuck people over or you get fucked.
And that's what she was doing, fucking people
So
raw.
But
But
that's
you
what I'm
get fucked when you fuck folks and you've dropped your draws for it to happen. If you treat people right, that stuff don't happen.
but
That's
that's
the
the
step
thing. I'm
she
telling y'all,
did.
that woman has been in defense mode. People, she's been abused, and instead of her getting therapy for it, she believes that. That's not how that works.
but she
Because
did do therapy. That's the thing. She went through 10 years of therapy.
I don't
And it's
believe
not
her.
working. It's time for her to
But
get
you
a
know
new
what?
counselor.
But they say that you can't help a narcissist really.
Oh, oh wow.
Y'all
Well,
never
that
read?
you
Yeah,
can't untreat a narcissist. It's broken. You know,
yeah.
it's a vending machine that you just can't keep putting your coins into.
Y'all, we can tell the truth. Her antics are extreme. Every time she gets into any type of beef, or she orchestrates whatever drama and chaos, like, it's always the same accusations. She's always attacking people's sexuality. She's always throwing a label of a SA, person, like, it's always the most ugliest and heinous things. It's so much, like, beefing with someone. It's so much that she could say, you know what I'm saying, but she really always goes, like, it ain't even below the belt. Like, she literally, like, just pushes people off the building without a parachute, and just, you know what I'm saying, just push them. You know what I mean? Like, what she did with Larry was, like, so demonic.
Yes.
And when they
Like,
did that shit pissed
The-
me off so bad I
yes.
couldn't
like,
punch her.
and I'm not like it,
Yes.
like, anyone, she, like, what she, listen, what they did to Von Ray, that, listen, this is like, you're attacking people on,
She
like, this
even
ain't no,
tried
I
to
talk about your mama, your kid,
she
you
even tried to
understand?
accuse Storm of a lot of the
Oh,
Yeah,
same
pedophilia.
type
Sure did.
like,
of.
it is the ugliest thing. Yo, this woman's soul is dark, like, dark. She don't have no boundaries, like,
What?
whatsoever. And, like, I just don't want to, like, I know for myself, I'm a compassionate person because I'm an empath. I always try to see the good. I don't see any good in her. So I don't, what I've learned not to do is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get held hostage, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, because even though this social media, as an empath, just even, like, experiencing it, and, like, you legitimately, like, want to see the good in people. You want to help. But I can't. I don't see nothing in her, and it would be foolish to the recovering wino. I hope you stay. I hope you don't relapse. It would be foolish to attach yourself to a person that you see is falling in a black hole, and they're trying to pull you in with them. There's no bottom. She's gonna continue
Right.
to spiral to, is nothing left of her.
Mm.
And
Mm-mm.
and I want to also add this to this point. I remember when the fallout between Storm and TK, and I was like, no, those, it was like a perfect duo for me at that time. And then in my mind, when that fell out and separated, I'm thinking they might come back around. Forgiveness may happen. But when she did what she did to Larry, that's when I knew there was no point of return back to Storm. And that's when I knew that Larry is not going to go back to Tasha anymore. And that was that moment for me is why I had to disconnect from Tasha.
So
And
can I ask you a question? Because I would like to help, and I'm not trying to dominate, but this is really serious. I want you to help the other, the winos that are still, sipping the wine. Like, what made what she said and did to Larry any different than what they did to Von Ray and what they did to Storm?
oh,
What, like,
I'm not discounting with Von Ray as well because I did saw that happening too. There was nothing different, but all of them was worse. All of what she did to all three men, black men, is that. You
I
got to
mean,
look at
she
that.
damn near put Lovely T in the fucking hospital. Lovely T was hooked up to a damn ventilator, fucking around with Tasha ass.
Now
She she was
I didn't.
plugged up in damn urgent care, fighting
Now
for her damn
I,
life.
I
because her
didn't.
supporters are the reason are a part of the problem. I'm sorry. I know that this was already a existing condition, but by them continuing to even entertain, like it's like it is there's been so many occasions where the truth of who this person is in their character, and people have just kept sipping on the wine like it was like crack or something. Like the addiction to this toxicity was really real, like regardless if she bought them, regardless if they were active to all the lives or not. She had 1 million subscribers. 1 million people found her behavior, her antics entertaining.
Yes, and that's the goal. That's the
And
goal for
so the
her,
narcissism, it just grew. It just continued to grow. It's so out
right?
of control, there's no coming back. Like it just
Right.
kept growing.
Yes, but you got to also keep in mind that that is the goal for her. And you got to also keep in mind that she is playing on the psychology of our people that being entertained by the foolishness and the mess. So when you take yourself outside of the mess and look at it for what it is from the outside looking in, you can be like, oh damn, she is really crazy. So when you look at it there, and then you start listening to Storm's perspective, you listen to Larry's perspective, you listen to CCTV's perspective, and you listen to even Nosy Heaux perspective, and even yours, Rumor and T. If you start listening to these perspectives, then you'll be like, okay, maybe I need to go
But
ahead
yeah,
and
I'm
separate.
just looking at the patterns, and I'm wondering, like,
Exactly,
what
exactly. That's what I'm talking
what
about.
made, because it increasingly got worse. What made anyone that was following her and supporting her, this woman, okay, before she did what she did to Larry, this woman literally was in court and admitted to being a liar. Like she is literally on paper legally classified as a liar.
Yes,
And
that is true.
everybody still sipped on the wine when she came after Larry. I am so
Yep,
confused. And it was like hella people. Your conscience was putting out so many receipts,
yep.
things that couldn't even be like you couldn't even argue
Re-
against the receipts, tangible, and telling everyone where they could get it at.
So I want to
right.
ask y'all then. So with that being said, then I want to ask y'all because I think this is a perfect segue into that. So with us, because with Unhinged and Sledgehammer Head weaponizing this whole believe the victim, believe the victim, believe the victim first, only to find out that it was a lie, and it was a lie designed to destroy and do what those type of lies are designed to do. And then to your point, Rumors and T, we had literally the accuser's own fucking words. Like we took the accusers. We didn't even have to develop nothing. We like the accuser exposed himself, like him and his mama exposed their damn self. And I didn't even show a third of the actual receipts because there's some I can't even get into that. But when all of that also comes out and plays out, what does this type of stuff mean then? Where we do have real victims, we are people who have really been assaulted. We've had people who are real victims of sexual assault But then in that same space, we have people who weaponize those something that can be real, that's not in their case, to hurt other people. What then does that mean about the way we need to deal with that in that space where we got truth tellers and we got liars? We have very sick, deranged, demented, dark-hearted folk who are willing to say the most egregious things just because they feel betrayed, or because they've been broken up with, or because they've been outcasted, or whatever drove the anger and the frustration. Like, what do we do? Because now, honestly, I'm shooketh to even deal in that area. Like, matter of fact, Nosy, you have done a lot of work with victims, especially women who have been assaulted, etc. Like, would you having
before I even started Nosy Heaux Live, way before Celebrity News, I was doing that.
Right, like you was fucking solving cases, helping to get real crimes motherfucking solved out here in these streets. Have whole spaces developed for women and healing women and dealing with women who've been traumatized for these things. And of course, all of your work with Jennifer Heaux, with having a real victim like Jennifer Heaux in the same space that a Chelsea is in. How do you imagine we deal with that?
I mean, when you said something about they were saying believe victims first, was you talking about Tasha?
No. I was talking about Sledgehammer Head, because when it had, because I knew it was not true in the middle. Like, this is long after everything had hit the fan and shit. So when Storm had came back out and was like, shit came to me, I was like, yeah, this was all a lie. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody was like, well, not everybody, but there were some people who were like, we need to believe the victims first. Von Ray is he was a criminal. She met him in prison. Just because Chelsea is immature and just because she's annoying doesn't mean she's not a victim. And the whole time she was not a victim, and that's now to her own words. So when you got people who've been honestly afflicted with people who just say, who make these type of accusations in vain, how do you imagine, like, with us being in the media space and even just being viewers, like how do we figure that out? How do we separate the real from the fake?
You know what I say all the time, and I even said this when Jennifer first came out with her story, and I was like, I don't know if this woman was assaulted or not. When she first came to me, I didn't know if she was even really the woman that that Kenneth Petty was on the registry for. And I said it, I was like, if she's lying, I'm gonna drag her. Listen, when people lie about stuff like that, it makes it harder for people who are telling the truth. I believe in dragging them. Don't come to me with no fake story. At the same way, Carly Russell, y'all see how I dragged that bitch in that wig for days?
And did.
And I don't believe in that, because you're making it harder for other people. So I don't have no empathy. You don't make up lies like that. There are people who really have not been heard, and you out here being heard over some lies and mess. No, you deserve to be dragged all up and through the mountains. That's just how y'all know I'm real savage.
So I always think.
I was gonna say, let me piggyback off of what Nosy said. I'm a sexual assault nurse examiner. I have collected evidence that went to GBI. Actually caught a serial rapist earlier this year. That North Fulton County. I almost had to testify to the evidence collection. You got to understand, there's some things in this earth we do not have no business and should not be fucking around about, lying about, and playing with. It's bad enough in this country as Black folks, and especially Black women, we are unbelieved. Everything, we don't feel pain. But the maternal child rates are ridiculous. We come in and say we were raped, whether it's intimate, a partner, or a stranger, we are not believed. My problem with the story was, how did the fuck did they think that they was going to get that story off without the damn evidence? Because I know how to do the vaginal evidence collection and what is the shit you see on Law and Order. I was trained to do that as a level 1 trauma ER nurse. What pissed me the fuck off is that as many women that come in and say that they've been assaulted and how in this country the caseload and the backload for these state Bureau of Investigations to test all of this DNA and get that shit encoded. That was nothing to play with. Considering this man, I'm not that familiar with Von Ray. I remember when this shit jumped off and it was annoying to me and I didn't want to hear any more about it. But the problem is that man, if he was out on parole or probation, that shit could have got his stuff revoked and he would have went back to prison over a lot.
And he could have taken his own life.
Right.
Yes, but even with that, this is not
because I did a story. I did a show on my platform saying like 2 years ago. I think I forgot when it was. It was doing something, and I had did a story on the dark side of the Me Too movement and had pulled up a lot of historical cases where people had weaponized these allegations against people, and then it turned out that these things weren't true after people had been judged, penalized, arrested, had their lives destroyed, had their scholarships revoked, kicked out of their schools, their fraternities, only to find out that the motherfucker lied, and these people's lives were destroyed, and then they took their life as a result of the stress of not being able to survive something that cataclysmic emotionally, mentally, and physically.
The accusation alone will destroy a person. The indictment destroys your livelihood. The young black man that was in high school, him and his little white girlfriend had consensual sex. Because her parents were upset, they made it as a statutory rape case. He lost his scholarship for football. He would have been in the NFL today and spent all that time in prison for this bitch to come around and call him with some guilty conscience or enlightenment, whatever you want to call it. Well, I apologize and I lied. Because when they finally were able to record that call is what helped get his case back before the judge and they dropped the charges. But look at what he lost in life. That's what I'm saying. When people do that, that shit is just as diabolical as the 9/11 folks that took a fucking plane and ran it into some buildings.
And that's why I agree.
Fuck would think you have to be so sick in the head that there's no redemptive qualities about you to play with shit like that.
That's why so many people had such an adverse reaction to how dismissive Chelsea was to Bond when she was directly speaking to him like, oh, okay, anyway, after he's like, this destroyed my life, this did this did that, and she's like, okay, whatever, anyway. And I'm just like, this is like Nosy and Storm and all y'all said. We're talking about this is something else. It's almost not even human. This has to be some type of a medical issue.
I don't think it's medical. I just think that you just fucking evil. Evil to your core. You're miserable because you're ugly. Your soul is ugly. Your spirit is ugly. Your everything about you is unholy. It is like you are a waste of skin, CO2, and oxygen exchange.
But break her down to the basic
on the
biology
cellular level.
But could I say this? That my only issue with Chelsea is the fact that if you're gonna, she kept saying that she didn't say it, and I'm just saying, girl, whether you said it or not, you aligned yourself with this madness. You created this narrative.
No, and then she also had backpedaled against that too, Brent. She said, I didn't know. I had no. Me and her are going to get into it in the second audio about her being delusional.
But I also have another part of me is saying that I feel like this fallout between Sledgehammer and Unhinged seemed to be in the play as a as a tactic to get all the people talking. And because I don't really believe if this fallout is really genuine. Because if you ever watch Tasha K, she always talked about that she always fires Sledgehammer all the time and rehires her back. So I just kind of find it very odd that now this quote unquote is a true fallout, and I don't believe any of that. Now, even if she knew all Tasha T and where all the money is and everything else, so I just think that a lot of things is kind of like, okay, this is starting to gear toward this, this tactic to get the names and like get the number one trending. So I'm starting to feel that way as well. And to bring it on point on someone that mentioned about Larry, the fact that Tasha K put it on a paywall, that is what really gets me. It's like, out of all of these victims that goes through it, and you make money off of an accusation, and I remember she kept saying, I have an irrefutable evidence only for you to bring it out, CTV Conscience, that you had irrefutable evidence, and you broke it all the way down. So it was just to me, it's behind that paywall is what made it worse for me. So, and Sledgehammer, I just think she's going through this. I think she's going through this strategic way to get people talking about Tasha K again, because I don't believe this apology is authentic. Because if she really was really sorry, she would put it in the public.
She wasn't even. If you actually listen to what she said, she actually wasn't sorry. She actually, in fact, wasn't sorry about anything. She's telling him, "I didn't say it. Right. I didn't spread it. And I have nothing to do with Tasha spreading it." So then, in fact, what the fuck are you apologizing for? You just removed every area where you would be liable, and just
but she got paid behind it.
So the apology really ain't. There's really no grit, no substance to the motherfucking apology.
But she got paid behind it, so you got to keep it. It's like you. Whether you said it or not, whether you didn't push the pin, whether you didn't push the button, whether you closed the door, whether the door was cracked open, you still benefited from that. And for her, whether she apologized or not, she's still making it clear that she's trying to make an apology to her. Just like when Tasha was trying to make an apology to her when she reached out to, it wasn't kind of like an apology to her, but when she reached out to Storm. And when Storm wrote that letter, it was perfect. It was amazing. Oh my gosh.
But you know what I feel like, Brent, with what Sledgehammer Head and Unhinged are doing? They remind me of like two toxic ass lovers who thought that they really, really, really had a good thing going because in the beginning they love bombed the shit out of each other and they really held each other down and they proved each other's loyalty to one another and they was really, really into some shit. And then of course, because they both fucked up and retarded by nature, they ended up self-imploding. And then in the toxicity of it all, they ended up cutting off their family, cutting off their friends. They end up really almost creating this self-realized it's us versus the world type of dynamic unbeknownst to them. And now that all the worst parts of their personality and humanity has gotten the best of each other, they now are come crawling back to those friends and family who ain't heard from them in a year or two, who they gave their ass to kiss to. They're now slowly, because they ain't got nowhere else to go. They ain't got nobody else to run to but the very people who they know genuinely love them and genuinely made a space for them. And now that they've made an ass out of themselves, they think what they're going to do is then blame each other for the acidity of it all. And then also have access to all the people they destroyed and gave their ass to kiss, thinking that they were better and really on to something. only for the submersible Titanic to implode at a 1,000 feet altitude. And
But
then,
The ship is stinking.
the problem that I have with this, just like when people talk about the Kardashians and stuff, if we stop talking about these dusty assholes, stop watching their channel, stop giving them press in our time of day, these bitches and money will go away.
That's what I was
I hate. My only issue is, like I said, in any of this is the innocent people that they hurt. You all were trying, good content creators, to, you know, be collaborative and have a really good thing going on. And it took 2 rotten apples in the bag to fuck up a whole bunch. And the fact that all of you all today will not do a class action lawsuit against these bitches to stop this shit and make an example of them is where I get pissed off with y'all.
I'm glad you touched on that part of it, Cynthia, too, because I feel like a lot of times what enables this behavior, but this is where we get into a double fuckery. What enables this behavior is because the victims oftentimes don't want to invest fully in the consequences of holding these kind of people accountable. But the reason they don't is because there's a malady in the justice system that requires you to be practically fucking filthy rich in order to move the law on your behalf. I've been on the insides of rich people's lawsuits against other people, and I know people who have spent $100,000, over $100,000, just to get a piece of paperwork that says, motherfucker, you can't talk about me. Just to get a judge to give a ruling that you can no longer speak about me. And if you do so, these will be the said consequences. Over $100,000 fucking dollars for a fucking piece of paperwork. So, to your point, I would love it if victims of slander and abuse and this type of negligence would take on the drama. But I think a large part of why they don't hold the abusers accountable is because you can't even move the court of law, really. Especially in cases like this, like when it's more physical and criminal, the criminal justice system itself kind of takes on taxpayers' dollars and do what they need to do. But when it comes to like people fucking with your name and your legacy and all of that, you gotta have a wealth behind that legacy to even hold the motherfuckers accountable.
And I get what you're saying. My problem is this: with as many bodies and people that they have gone through, starting with Lovely T onwards, you all make enough doing this to put your coinage together and get y'all a hell of a dynamic attorney, especially with Von, with what's his name, Von Ray.
Yeah,
because that accusation was criminal.
Okay,
that was criminal.
So y'all are saying that Chelsea don't really seem like she's sorry.
No, she's just a sorry bitch.
And Chelsea and Tasha K are like now trying to blame each other.
Yeah.
Y'all don't think that they're working together, but making people think that they're not working together?
I think that's what's going on, because look at all the conversation and the time and the likes and the views we done got off of keeping these hoes alive. See, I'm getting too old to let, niggerment and fuckery live. If you don't address it in the first offense, the first time that she fucked over whoever she fucked over, Tasha K, and the fact that they just let it slid, gave her license to keep going. And
I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Let them slide, they gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't think it's one thing that's happened that lets me know that this is real, and it's the actual attempt to apologize. See, if they were just out here trying to just be cozy without trying to apologize, then I would be like, they on their bald-headed whole shit. But the issue with apologizing, and trying to apologize to people is that you are discrediting yourself at the same time. And they can't benefit from discrediting themselves. They can still benefit from being in the algorithm, but I think Unhinged would, because she does play these type of crack code games. When it comes to Chelsea's kind of different from Unhinged because Chelsea is like, she's trying to at the same time kind of make her family proud, and she's trying to be like the apple of her father's eye, and she's trying to be that whole like pillow princess and really be like the lifestyle black girl, and she's and she wants to be married and have that entire reality to herself, which is why she be pressed the way she be pressed over shit going up and into the media, hence her going around trying to pay everybody to take shit down. So I don't think Chelsea would play with, even though she still plays with her character, I don't think she would play with it to this extent, because there is easier ways to get a click and a view. Honestly, she could pay for click and views. She don't even really need to do any of this to really push herself. You know, you can pay to be on the Shade Room. You can pay to be on Neighborhood Talk. You can pay to be on these blogs. They literally have tiers to promote you. There are so many other easier ways to get it, and this just doesn't give me that, especially after that moderator also reached out to corroborate. Even though it is a moderator, it could be argued that they're biased as hell, but I don't know. It just, I don't know. But this is what I do like about it. Even if they're playing hocus pocus games, they have just further also discredited themselves, and they're never actually going to be believed about anything, which also fucks up Unhinged, because when Unhinged does call herself doing the Lord's work, it goes nowhere. Like, I felt so bad for Jessica Reed, who is allegedly Charlamagne's RAPE victim.
He did that. He did that.
But you know, I gotta say, you know,
I know.
Yeah,
don't,
you know,
don't end up
I
in the
gotta say,
situation I'm in. I'm being sued, but I'm just saying,
you know,
he did it. But go ahead.
Yeah, and you know, and I felt so bad for her, because I'm just like, if Tasha would have been if she would have not been like a weird clout chasing, always pulling stunts, and just not being taken seriously, Jessica Reed's story could have been taken a lot more seriously. There could have been a lot more clicks and views, but because of who she was sitting down with, it really took away from the potential of what the story could have really did. And I just felt bad, because I don't know how many options Jessica Reed did have, because I know a lot of people in the industry probably wouldn't sit down with Jessica Reed because they wouldn't want to sabotage any potential business dealings with iHeart and Charlamagne and everything he connected to, and people wouldn't want to be blackballed and all that shit. So it was a shame that the only person she had left was Unhinged to really take her story on. But because it was Unhinged, and I remember at the time when I covered the story, I reported on the Jessica Reed situation in the interview and all that. And I really wanted to see this case get real attention brought to it. And I remember a lot of people was commenting I'm not even watching the interview because it's Tasha. And I'm just like, fuck, that, impacts Jessica and her story, because nobody takes Unhinged seriously.
Exactly, but that's the key right there. To get traction, you don't run to bloggers and vloggers. That type of story, like you said, it does discredit her. I didn't even watch it.
I'm
My
going to
thing is,
disagree
if I
with
got
you.
this
I'm going to
serious
disagree
shit
with you
going
on
on,
that.
that's not who I'm picking. I'm calling CNN if I got to go up there and sleep in the damn lobby till they meet me.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on that, because Jennifer Huff came to a YouTuber who barely had a following.
Yeah, that's true.
And we got her on the real.
blew her
got
up.
her
Yeah.
a lawyer. We did that. When I contacted, what is that Gloria Allred? Is her name Gloria Allred? I forget her name now. The one that used to take all the sexual assault victims.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even listen to us about Jennifer. So it was us, me and my little channel and my subscribers that kept making noise. We kept getting that surviving the hashtag, the surviving the petties hashtag going. And that's how that girl ended up, like, you know, with her story out there now. So I disagree.
But you
and
but you got journalistic integrity to do that. That was your intent. You weren't trying to click in the view. It's what and when
but that's another thing about it, saying is that this is also partially like the fault of like because of the way social media is set up. Unfortunately, some people do believe that the bigger the channel, the more the impact. And to Nosy Heaux's point, clearly that's not actually always the case. If you just link up with somebody who passionate and somebody who clever and somebody who know how to make noise, it don't matter what level they at on YouTube, they'll be able to leverage you. So I think maybe for like Jessica, obviously like, oh, Tasha K, she got 1 million robots on YouTube. So so logically you think that's going to do numbers. I'm going to have a certain visibility that come with that, and then it ultimately falls flat, and really nobody talked about it. Like it was like a handful of us that really spoke about the interview, and I didn't even fuck with Tasha at that time really like that either. Matter of fact, I had already fallen out with her, as I think by that point I spoke about it on behalf of Jessica, even though I did not fuck with Unhinged. Right. But I do think that more people need to realize what Nosy just said about the fact that you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge whether you gonna have impact or not based upon whether a content creator got this amount of followers versus that amount of followers, because Nosy Heaux proved that not be the case. Even with myself, like I have broken stories, been lead media on shit, and have made noise all the way up to the federal fucking level, like done been inserted directly into fucking cases. I done single-handedly removed lawyers off of cases. That is literal history. And I'm only at 43, but yet I make noise like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousand subscriber channel just because of who I am and how I am. So I just wish that more people understood that, because I think a lot more people could probably get.
We do. What I'm saying is this: what sets you, Nosy, Larry, Storm, and you all apart is because you have journalistic integrity. Yes, you do this for entertainment and stuff, but when it's time to put, feet to the ground and march and get these stories out there, social media has got the attention of that girl in Alabama. Social media got the attention of the young lady that went on vacation with her friends and did not come back breathing. Tasha K's integrity has been compromised. That's how come her story didn't get traction. You and the things that you've done, Nosy, and the others that have gotten the attention of mainstream media is because your journalistic integrity is what sets you all apart. I don't just call you all vloggers and bloggers. You're content creators, yes. But you are, whether you have journalism degrees or background, it's the journalistic integrity and that you all are willing and wanting to fight and see the good fight and see justice prevail. It sets you all apart. Everybody knows that Tasha K is on the bullshit because she openly lied about Cardi B. So anything else she got to say, even if she wanted to turn a corner and really and do good in this business, she's never to be taken seriously again. Yeah. I'm sorry, it just is what it is.
No, for sure. And that's already clear. I want to get Wody in here super quick because I know he just came to just as a drive-by. What's going on, Wody?
You on mute, yes, it was a drive-by. I'm on my way back to New Jersey. I saw you was live, and it's been a minute since I tapped in, which I was liking the background. I like even though how you got your in studio matching your background. So it had me curious. Is like you build a studio or you doing like some manipulation there with that? But it's cool though, nonetheless. You know what I mean? And just giving
Yeah.
you a shout out and wishing you all the best. Because like I said, I'm on my way back to Jersey, man.
Nah, I
And I'm
appreciate
tapped in the
that.
cloud.
I appreciate that. And no, it's a backdrop. I got it from uprint.com. They the one who
Yeah.
printed the backdrop for me, and they do amazing print. So that's like a $300 damn backdrop right there. And
Well,
but it's giving all of the dimensions it needs to give. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks 3-dimensional. The print,
Yeah.
the pixelation on it is so crispy, or 4K, 8K. It looks like it's actually behind you, like square blocks. I'm like, where the hell you went to get that from? As it's
From
clean, though. It's clean.
uprint.com, they did a nigga well. So if you ever need a
I hope
backdrop,
they sponsoring you. I hope they
do
sponsor you
all
after that.
Huh?
I said, I hope they sponsor you after that shout out you just gave them.
They motherfucking need to, because I pay good goddamn money to be the brand ambassador at this damn point of Uprinting. But uprint.com, yeah, like they major, they do like a lot of banners and all type of shit like that. So yeah, they good. And like the lady, like actually the first backdrop I sent her, she called me and she was like, "Sir, it's raggedy. Like when we blew this shit up, all the pixelation was lost." She was like, "Wherever you got the image from, it wasn't strong." So this was actually my second option, but this worked out better actually than the first one I was going to go with. And so they real thorough. They're not going to let you have them print some shit that's going to reflect poor on their part, because they got money to make, and they ain't going to have you out here having your raggedy shit up talking about, "Girl, who did that? You print? No, ma'am." So they make sure that they can get you right. Like they actually have integrity, so you get your money's worth. So yeah, that's all that.
You see, and even just there, the way that you described how they did it, and then the way it looks, it's got me interested. Potentially I'll go do something for myself, because it's real clean, real good work.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. ACT in the clouds. Yo, y'all have a blessed one. Y'all be good.
All right. Bye, Wody. Don't be a stranger, nigga. Get over here sooner than later.
It's football season. You already know.
Oh, you gonna be gone. All right. Bye. That was Wody, you guys. So yeah. So does anybody here believe that Chelsea and Unhinged are in cahoots with this? Does anybody feel like this is being manufactured versus authentic? What is it given to y'all?
I think it's real. I actually think it's real. I just think it's real. I don't know why, but
it's real.
I don't know, y'all. That goat mouth hoe, Tasha K, that bitch is a scammer. That bitch is. She's a scammer. She scams. She's a liar, and she'll do anything for clout. Tasha K will set herself on fire and get on TV and cry about being a burn victim for clout. I don't know. I don't trust that club foot hoe.
I'm not basing I don't base it off of Tasha. Like I don't base that off of her. I base it off of, Sledgehammer Head. But honestly, the reason why I think it's real is simply because we all seeing this woman like continuously spiral out of control. Like I think there was a lot of legitimacy to what Sledgehammer Head was saying. We're seeing someone continue to spiral out of control. I can see it being. I can actually see it being really what old girl is saying. Now I don't believe everything she said on that call, in reference to some other people, but I definitely believe that the fallout is real. I think
one of them need to get up here. One of them need to get up here. One of them need to come up. That's that's how you get to the bottom of it. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of don't believe it. Tasha K is a scammer, and that Chelsea girl is a follower. I never talked to that girl. I don't even know that bitch, and she was on Clubhouse trying to beef with me because she's a follower. So I don't know. It just seems like Tasha would say, "Let's go scam," and she would say, "Okay." and then they go run a spin.
I mean, that is Tasha. But Tasha also, she also does go through a lot of breakdown. And like, she lost Storm, she lost Vaughn, she lost Larry, she lost me, she lost 27 days. Like, a lot of people that she had access to, she has been through breakdown with. So it's not, you know, so it ain't like she keeping any friends. She fell out with Tony the Closer. So we know she got a relationship issue. And of course, because her and Chelsea both toxic, I guess it's a 50-50 shot. Like, it either is manufactured or it's organic. I do think it's organic, though. I think that shit has happened, and I think that the both of them honestly feel embarrassed. To be honest, I think that that's really why they both try not to really talk about it like that, because this really does make them look like they made an ass out of themselves. Like, y'all did all this fuck shit. Y'all did all this dumb shit. Y'all really thought y'all was Batman and Robin. Y'all really thought y'all was those girls on the block. And now look at you. Like, I don't even think they feel humiliated by the fact that it done came down to this. So they trying to go out quietly, but both of them at the same time scheming because they just know that it's going to come down to this. But how about you, Storm? Like, what do you think? Do you think this is a junkie stunt that Todd done came back to us with, or you think the girls are girling?
No, I think that is real. I said this before I did, but I think it's real because what are we calling that heifer? Loose puss. Okay. Because loose puss don't need she don't need old girl no more. She got a sugar daddy now. She's pregnant with a granny baby.
And that's what I was saying too. Mm-hmm.
He got money. He's opening up a club. He has connections. Like, she don't need it no more.
I don't know if y'all saw, somebody had sent me a screen recording. I guess it was when the BMAs was going on this year. And I guess Unhinged caught herself doing like a BMA party. And Alana was there. And I think Jasmine and the rest of them was there. And something happened. It was kind of like a jokey joke, but it was interesting because Tasha had said something to the extent of, "See, that's why I be firing your ass," or whatever. And Chelsea was like, "I don't give a fuck." Like, she was like, just like, "I don't give a fuck." You know, like, I don't care. Like, it was just the way she spoke back to Tasha. I was like, something is up here, because and I know they have an unconventional business relationship because it's like a ratchet ass relationship and a part of a ratchet ass brand, so they don't really have any professionalism between each other. But it was still, even for them, it was still like, I don't know, like the way that Chelsea just clapped back at Tasha, and she was just so nonchalant, and she really did not give a fuck. Like, it was in her energy, like, I don't give a fuck. And so when Chelsea was like bragging on and on about this 50-year-old man, and I remember another blogger named Coffee City, who she reports now celebrities, but she also every now and again reports on other content creators. She had posted, I guess, one of Chelsea's live streams of her like videoing through her man's lounge or bar that he's building, and she was like, "Oh yeah, like this is nice, and I'm going to be a bottle girl, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and da 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 da." And the place was looking rather nice, so I was like, okay, like this bitch is really getting her. She's really getting her Porsche on. So to Storm's point, because I said in the last live, I can see Chelsea being even more comfortable, not really sucking up Tasha's ass and not really feeling like she got to be so subservient, because now she got a way out. And now she can choose Tasha rather than it being like forced labor and her only thing she got going for herself. And now that she's pregnant and she knows she's about to be off her feet anyway, and her man is, willing to turn her into a housewife and let her sit around and just be a queen and all that, because Chelsea is into lifestyle. She really would rather be a lifestyle girl and not actually be a working girl. She likes the idea of just living in luxury and glam and all of that shit. So her being with this man that really apparently loves her is idealistic. And I can imagine her having the option to live more comfortably without less headaches and still put up with Tasha. So I do think that Chelsea managed to get the balls to confront Tasha now, because it's also the timing of now. Like, she didn't have this 50-year-old man last year. She didn't have him at the top of the year. Well, I don't know if she had him at the top of the year, but it's interesting that now Chelsea kind of got these balls, and this comes off the heels of her relationship to this man. I do think, to someone's point, this man has kind of put a battery in her back, because she like, girl, I don't fucking need you. Like, my boss is my man. My check is my man. I don't even have to collect another check anyway. And to everybody's point, you're going down right now. There really ain't about to be nothing left after Will Smith sued the dog shit out of you, or Kelly in the State sued the dog shit out of you, after Cardi finished collecting every goddamn doggy bone in the front yard, bitch. Like, we all know there's really going to be nothing left. So really, what's the point of me sticking beside you, on top of me knowing you fake as fuck? You've been blowing my back out behind my back. You've been a fake asshole, and you really on the downward, girl. You doing infomercials for Geico. So like, catch a clue, unhinged. I can see how it can be real, but I can also see how it could be manufactured.
Can I say something?
Hold on. I just want to say good night to everybody. And they also told me that apparently Unhinged was live streaming from LA.
Mm-hmm. That's
what they said, and allegedly that's where the girlfriend at, Unhinged's girlfriend. Good night, y'all.
Hold on. I don't even know what the hell I just heard. But good night, Storm. Okay. Hey, Divine. Yes.
Hey, Conscious.
Hey, boo.
Can I first let me give you your flowers? Happy birthday! So your solar return.
Thank you.
And also let me say that you are like, why fuck with you? I don't come around often because I be working and stuff, but when I do. I always have to come in and say what's up to you because you show love. Okay.
Thank you.
And you are that friend that, like, you are a Scorpio too, so it's like, and I'm a Sag, so I'm just like feeling you all the way.
Come on,
you're that friend that a girl needs or a boy needs. You're that
part.
You know what I mean? Because Scorpios, I got a sense as a Scorpio, y'all go hard. Y'all water sign and y'all fixed. So once y'all get on the thing, y'all on the thing, okay?
We own it. That part.
On it. Okay. So this is my spiritual outlook on this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like you said, Saturn is direct, right? So we already know what that means, right? But then beyond that, the devil is a liar, right? And a house divided cannot stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the devil will tell on himself. And I believe Chelsea, first of all, is the master manipulator. I believe she told that lie to Tasha. Tasha stood on that lie because I was her girl. And then once, I don't think Chelsea ever admitted that she never said it. Up until you said, well, Chelsea, you told me that too.
Mm-hmm.
She was scared on the fact that she never said that he he assaulted her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you slapped her in the face with, no, boo, because you told me that. And then once you said that, then she recanted and said, well, this is what really happened.
Right.
But she never told that story in the jump. And that story would have never came out had you not said, no, bitch. You did actually say it because you told it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she talked to Vaughn, she said, no, I never said it. When she talked to you, she said, I never said it. But then you said, oh, no, bitch, but you did. But you did.
Mm-hmm.
So after that point, I think that fucked her up so much that she just started talking. That's what it be. You know what I'm saying? Because when you
a glitch in the matrix.
That part, you know what I'm saying? And then being that you're a spiritual person, the devil has to submit.
All things must be revealed in the light, into the light.
That's why I am saying the devil has to submit. I believe she knew. I believe she got on the phone with you, thinking and knowing. She knew that you was gonna come in with the tea. I don't believe that she thought this was gonna be a call just between you and her. I don't believe that. I believe she knew this was gonna come out, but I don't believe she anticipated for her to say everything that she said. But once she got on the phone, that devil deceived herself.
I'm gonna tell you why she trusted me. I think she did expect me to keep everything in, because the whole time we were in relationship to each other, even when I wasn't happy with her at certain times, because I was always keeping it real with everybody in the situation. Okay. I never kissed anybody's ass. I always had a hard conversation with them. I always, said what needed to be said and held everybody accountable what needed to be held accountable at. So she knew from direct experience and relationship to me that I know if CTV says yes, he means yes. If he says no, he means no. Like, she knew my word is my word. So even though we had done falling out all year and all of this, because she also knew I still been sitting on things like the things she sent me about Von Ray's mail, his banking information, the TPO, and I never revealed those things. Okay. She knows that there's still a certain level of integrity, even when I had every reason to put a bloody heel completely inside of her ass. Okay. And I still maintained a certain decorum. So she fucked around and asked me, basically what, was I going to keep this to myself? And it was the first time that I told her yes when I knew I was not going to.
Okay, so you thought, okay. So you was really working. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I was working. I had my fingers crossed the whole time that I was telling her, of course, like,
the whole thing for me, yeah. If you told
and I'm gonna tell you this, Divine, but see, I decided that after having a whole conversation with her, giving her so many ways, like giving her so many ways to ascend and so many ways to really step in and do. And then when I realized this was really self-serving and this was really for her, and she really had no interest in really doing anything substantive to vindicate not only Vaughn, but Storm and me and everybody in the situation who got side-eyed the fuck out of over me, especially just being a genuine help to everybody. I didn't even have a stake in the race with the whole thing. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to have to vindicate ourselves. Cool.
Right.
Cool.
And I felt that.
And that's when I started working.
I felt that. And I said in the chat, I was like, you were giving her chances after chances, because you kept saying, well, I still think you should go ahead and give that apology. I still think you was like, okay, because if you don't, bitch, I'm going to tell it, and you don't even know I'm telling it, but I'm giving you that chance, because I'm giving you that grace. I'm giving you the grace to fully repent. So that's what I have to say about that. But let me say one more thing before I go. I'll let somebody else talk. But the gag of all of this is that we are talking about this instead of talking about that big you dig that just came out with Tasha.
The what that just came out?
The big news about her, the Will Smith thing. That was a big thing. Mm-hmm. Like, this is going to overshadow that.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
How is that a big thing, though? Because if y'all just Google that, you'll see that story has been out for a long. I have talked about.
Really?
Y'all can go. I'm sure it's on my channel. If it's any of my mermaids in this audience, I'm gonna need y'all to wake up. I talked about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin.
Come on now,
multiple times. Where's the mermaids? I talked about them multiple times, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because Tisha Campbell spilled it when they was going through their divorce. She spilled it. Lisa Ray spilled it on Dwayne Martin. Lisa Ray said that man that she married from Turks, and where was he from? He was from some island somewhere.
Turks, yeah.
She said that she was on a show with Dwayne Martin, and she said that she introduced him to her husband, and they got closer. The husband was closer to Dwayne Martin than she was. She said Dwayne Martin stole her husband. I've been talked about that.
Yeah, but she said that he was introducing her to other women, though. So it was, so
She
that's
did
what kind
say
of
that he
threw
was
me off.
introducing him to other women, but she said he stole her husband.
Yeah, she said that it became better friends. Yeah,
And also
I
Will
remember that.
Smith, when Dwayne Martin was going through that divorce with Tisha Campbell, Will Smith gave him $1.5 million and he was hiding the money in the divorce.
Wow.
Y'all can look that up. I talked about that.
Wow.
Yes, you can look that up. And Tisha Campbell was trying to bring that up like he's hiding money. Child,
Wow.
it's
Wow.
been a mess with them. Yeah, that's been, y'all could even find it on YouTube. I'm sure it's YouTube channels that talked about Will Smith
Yeah.
and Dwayne Martin. It's
Even-
old videos.
Even Claudia Jordan said today on Fox Soul, she was like, we knew about this like way, like
Yes.
before there was even a social media, like this was always the tea.
Yes, I talked about it on my last channel that Tasha and all them got taken down. When I had my first channel, I talked about it then. I'm sure I brought it up on a new channel. That's been out. So I don't know why everybody's. That's why I was like, why is this so shocking? We've been talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Child.
Hey everybody, can I say something?
But Rashonda Boo, it's a like I don't know what the echo is, but it's an echo boo. Like you got a massive echo going on, love. It was echoing the other time that you came up too.
CT.
Yes.
Z. I'm going to leave and let someone else speak, but
Okay,
I'm gonna be getting at you because I got some things I need to discuss with you, brother. But I want to say to everybody, yo, keep your man. This is the year of we're in this age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
And beyond that, people's karma is coming back faster. People are going to be exposed. And like the one sister said, she said, we stop supporting the people that be on the bullshit, then things will change. Because we have a responsibility to where we patron and where we give our money to and where we give our energy to.
Absolutely.
Because if we as a people, I'm not just talking about one issue, I'm talking about us as a community and a large. A lot of our times, our people are dying of lack of knowledge because we acting very niggardly. And we always for the bullshit. And when all the bullshit gets all the publicity and all the wholesomeness doesn't, that says a lot about a people. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I love you, CTV.
I love you too, boo. Definitely hit me up. Do you have my email on my Instagram? It's spelled just like.
No, I don't. Well, hold.
Yeah.
Well, CT, yeah, go ahead, give it to me.
It's my channel name at gmail.com. And you can find me on Instagram. It's spelled exactly how it is here on my channel name, Consciouztv on Instagram.
I love you. Keep loving light. Keep doing. Stand for the righteousness, yo. I understand you gotta give them how they give it how it is. You know what I'm saying? The salaciousness too. You know what I mean? Full circle on these bitches, 360 degrees.
That part. That part.
Peace, love, and light to everybody.
I love you too, boo. Thank you for being here, love.
Thank you. I'm being in the chat.
Okay, boo. All right, bye-bye. Damn. So I was gonna. It was something that Vine said or something Nosy said. I had a thought. It done kind of slip for me now, but shit. What it was.
I was talking about how that story's been out. That's the last thing I said.
So this is my thing, because I was asking Sherelle this too. Why the fuck would the Smiths be suing? Like, the Smiths been dragged and gagged and been scandalized and then scandalized they damn selves with the red table talking all that shit for years at this point. Like, they done. So why are they suing Tasha now?
I think they're suing the friend, not Tasha.
Okay, because I was told that they were suing Tasha and the friend, but they just suing the friend.
I'm not sure, but I know that Jada said on the Breakfast Club that they're suing the friend because he was trying to do some business with Will or something, and it didn't go the way he wanted it to. So now he's mad and running his mouth. But you know what? He's not. I mean, sorry. I'm saying it, y'all. Please don't sue Consciouztv. I'm the one saying it.
And won't.
Them people been fucking. Just like Wendy Williams' husband was doing some shit behind the scenes too. That's why he cussed me out like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Kevin Hunter, yes. I don't know. When did he cuss me out, y'all? I posted it on my Instagram. He cussed me out more than once. He stayed cussing me out.
But you know, he's another one, Nosy, who had threatened to sue Tasha when that old interview with, I guess, one of his old artists he managed had got repurposed.
Yeah.
And then he was threatening to sue and da da da. I mean, obviously that never happened, but
well, I wouldn't say that Tasha is being sued because of what the interviewee said. I also think that they would sue her because she's getting because she did it behind the paywall. So that could be another reason where she could be liable. She may not have said it. She may have said allegedly. She may have notated in the comment or in the description box or whatever. But I do believe that if you're doing something behind the paywall, that can be detrimental to the person that is going to get the effects of the defamation, and they can lose money behind it. So I believe, she can be liable for those things. So, and you also have to keep in mind that when she did get sued by Cardi B, even the insurance wouldn't even take on that bill because she created that liability. Even if she had her insurance right now, they probably won't take on that bill because she is continuously making liable, defamatory, or supporting any liable or defamatory statement that's happened on her platform. So it's kind of like when you get a car and you keep having these accidents on your car, the insurance is going to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and just let's depart ways. We're no longer going to insure your business, or we're not going to insure your car, or we may not insure your apartment because you keep having these random incidents happening. So they're not going to shell out money to Tasha for keep doing reckless things. So I'm looking at it from the money standpoint, and then really just because I do believe they're going to hold the ex-existent liable, because I'm sure there has been some type of NDA that he has signed. And because most assistants that work for any celebrity have to hold some type of confidentiality. And so, and he's saying this out of salaciousness, that's just going to probably be the icing on the cake. So just keep in mind that, Tasha K might be liable for this thing because she did it behind the paywall, and she knows it's a little good.
Yikes. Wow. This is...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Hey, LB. Welcome to the platform.
I am my mind has been blown these past 2 days. I haven't watched you in a while, you know what I'm saying? But Storm yesterday led me to you last night, and you and Larry Reed was talking, and then you said, it was your birthday, and you was dropping this. What a damn gift, Best birthday ever. But I'm gonna be honest. I watch all y'all, and I have watched the interview, and she did not say it. She's not the person who had that on there. She's not making it out to be the truth. And the witness is the guy that's saying it. He's saying that he actually saw these things. He's giving his account of his interactions with Jada and Will and Dwayne. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Also, at the end of her YouTube, Dwayne Martin, the guy who used to wash his cars for many years, gave a description of the house and all this stuff, and told how Tisha actually caught Dwayne in the pool house with his assistant or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Was it a female assistant or?
No, it was a guy.
Oh Lord!
It was a young man. That's what he specifically said. It was a young guy, or whatever. But all I have to say is, as a survivor, I have been assaulted as a child and as an adult. So I feel as though if anybody lie, I don't care who you are. I have seen many times where these kids are going to jail and losing their scholarships, losing their careers, things of that nature. I feel like if you make a false claim, you deserve to go to jail, period. You know what I'm saying? All the time that those people have spent in jail on lawyer fees, careers lost, you know, even investigations and with the court and the court's time. You know what I'm saying? They should be liable. They should definitely have to pay some restitution, and they deserve to be sued, period. Because that makes it worse for individuals who have actually been assaulted, to get their cases heard and to be believed, you know. That's a very touchy subject with me. So you gave her many times. You gave her more times to come clean than
I
the police.
was rooting for her, LB, because I'm a real healer. Like I really believe in the redemptive quality, even in the most bad behaving of human beings, which is also why I gave Unhinged a chance, because you know I come from the spirit, like I come from Christianity, so obviously like Christianity is really big on redemption and really like people being human and really being able to be reborn and recreated. And so at the depth of my beliefs about all human beings is that all human beings have the capacity to really change. And like Larry, I too believe, especially up to that point, that all some people needed was a chance by people who were mature, people who were grounded, people who truly know how to love. And if they just had the right love, that it would bring out the best in them. Yeah. And then obviously that, you know, we got diarrhea on. So that altered some of my goddamn perceptions of how this actually works, which is essentially that it doesn't matter how much of an opportunity you give another person. They actually have to take it, and they actually have to do the work. You can't love the other person into wellness. You can't love them into completeness. That's actually their own work to do. And that's why you can give and give and give your whole being to someone and end up with nothing, and they still remain in the same condition in which you found them, because it was never your work to do in them. It's their work to do.
Preach. Come on, church. Go church.
So we got our ass kicked, and we had to learn the hard way, and we had to take it as a lesson learned, and it was a fucking lesson learned. Believe me.
When I say you gave her more chances than the Oklahoma police officer did that teacher to say that she was drunk, man, listen. And I mean, I do feel at times like I feel where you were coming from, because there were times in which she seemed like she was very comfortable with you. So she did seem as though, as she's telling you these plans and she's pregnant and things like that, that she is moving for self-preservation. I don't care what anybody say. And like I said, I watch everybody. So I have been in the chat, and I know that people have been asking like, where Chelsea at? Usually she'll be like, oh, was she in the back or she working or whatever? She hasn't responded at all. You know what I'm saying? In regards, I'm sorry to say her name. Dang, I forgot. Alana.
We've been saying her name all.
I'm new to that. I'm new to
her name is in the title, for God's sake, so it's cool.
Right. But so yes, I don't know. I'm with you in a way. I don't feel as though, I feel like it's real, because she has been suppressed by TK for a long time, and she was very dependent upon her. She moved from New York to Atlanta, so TK was all that she had at the time. Then from Atlanta to Florida, you know what I'm saying? She's moving to all these places where the only people that she is around is the individuals in which she works with. Now, as I put in the chat, now she has she's pregnant by a 50-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like she trying to get the money. You know what I'm saying? She want to become a wife. You know, she about to have this baby. He got a couple dollars. It's about self-preservation. I truly feel that way, because I believe that she did tell TK. I believe she did tell about the Von Ray stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She played her part in it. At the end of the day, if that man did nothing, forget about, he shouldn't have to show any police reports.
And we know she did, LB, because when she forgot that she also told me this, and I had to remind her that she told me this, that's when she said, oh, okay, well, let me tell you what actually took place. So we know that Tasha didn't create this herself. Tasha is always with the shits, and at that point, she didn't like Von, And so it was a perfect mutual weapon for them both to use against Vaughn because it mutually benefited them. So they both ran with it, of course, but that proved that at the very least, Tasha didn't make it up. She did run with it, but she did not make it up. That came out of Chelsea. That's why Chelsea told me herself.
Right.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest. At that point, when all that stuff happened, that was the most attention Alana has ever had.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. And the lady who said like, oh, well, the followers and this and that about the followers. Listen, it's not just the followers. It's many YouTubers who utilize her name as content and they're getting paid for themselves. So it's not just about the followers. Like everyone who's utilizing their name on their platform is giving them the opportunity to be viewed more. So it goes deeper than just the followers. And those content creators are getting paid for it. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I'm glad that you see it and you know it. She can't say CTV wasn't rooting for her. I really wanted her to do this herself. I think it would have been, I think her own karma would have been unset, and I think it just would have looked better optically, but there's no way that Mevon or Storm was going to let this girl give this confession and not vindicate ourselves.
It was an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there was no way, because at the end of the day, like I gave her a incentive. I gave her space to be human and to do the right thing. It's been 2 fucking years. She said nothing. Wow. Everybody's still been dealing with the residual of the lies and the fuck shit and the narratives that were spun. So if she wasn't going to do it, and we all gave her the opportunity, even in the audio with her and Bond is giving her the opportunity, like, Chelsea, you need to go say, and you see her knucking and bucking, elbowing, back, the pussy popping and back pedaling, doing all that. So everybody in the situation, even though she don't deserve no mercy, she don't deserve no compassion, and we don't have to look out for her, and yet, even with all that's been done to us, we still gave her that grace and gave her that opportunity to also make herself look better in the situation. So when she didn't want the opportunity, fine, you don't got to, but the rest of us, we gonna do what we need to do with it. I'm gonna vindicate myself. I'm going to
especially Vaughn, because he suffered the most. You know what I'm saying?
Storm lost his mentor.
Storm did too, but because of the the pedo stuff,
he lost him and Bond relationship. He lost the whole situation. Yeah. And he got dragged epically, and he got called a woman hater, and he was called a pedo, etc. And he had to mourn the death of all of that too. And he literally was just the man in the middle. He was just the man doing his content. Everybody asked him to do this and to do that. Let him live here. Da 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 da. He literally did not do any harm or any wrong to any.
He was just trying to be a good person. He was just really trying to be a good person.
Yeah, he was just living and just being compliant and being easygoing and just letting things be how they be, and then they all and then unhinge, and Chelsea put his back up against the wall. And Chelsea also doesn't, as you heard in the audio, she don't give a fuck about it either. Chelsea don't honestly believe she did anything wrong. She don't believe that Storm has a right to be mad at her. She gave an apology that is not an apology to Bond, because she's not actually taking responsibility for anything. How are you going to apologize to somebody and then say, I didn't say it, somebody else did? And I mean, so then what is the apology? Like, what actually is the fucking apology? Like, what are you actually taking responsibility? Absolutely nothing. You're taking.
There is no redemption without accountability, period. You have to be accountable for your words and your actions, or lack thereof. And she didn't do that.
A fucking mess. Well, I got to get out of here too, y'all. I've been up here all day and all night on my birthday. I'm tired as hell. I want to thank y'all for being up here. We are going to get into part 2. Well, we're going to get into part 3. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Nosy. I want you to shout your channel too before you go, boo. But we're going to get into part 3 of the audio, because she did call me after Storm's audio and after my reaction video yesterday. and I'm gonna let y'all hear the delusion of it all in that. But before we go, Nosy, any final thoughts? And can you please tell the folk where they can find you at on these social medias?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching this whole thing with crazy ass I don't know. I still feel like those people might be working together, but I could be wrong. So I'm just gonna watch because y'all know I don't know all the details because I don't really watch. So I get familiar with it on your channel, but I'm gonna keep watching. Y'all
I
know
think
where
it's
to
a
find me.
50-50 too, though. No, I do. I think it's 50-50.
Yeah,
I think it could be a
yeah.
hoax too. Yeah.
I think they might surprise everybody. I'm telling you, but we'll see. But I'm Nosy Heaux Live with a Mess of His Eyes. That's the name of my channel right there. I was gonna like stop doing YouTube. Like I stepped away for months, and then I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of being encouraged by a lot of people to keep going because you know my coming here is
Nosy, let
very
me tell you right now, girl. Social media needs you and needs you in the celebrity lane. Like I've been wanting to tell you that for a long time. That is your niche. There's literally a anointing on you when it comes to celebrity news. The way that you get in your critical thought back, the way that your critical observations arouse themselves, the way you sink your teeth into the motherfucking tea, it is literally ungoddamn match. If you walked away from this shit, you would be missing something that's been ordained for you, sis. So I gotta put my bid in. You need to come back and you need to get back in your fucking bag with this shit. This is your fucking shit. This is your lane. This is your world.
And that's crazy you say that because my psychic just told me, like, no, this is what, like, I see you with bright lights. I see you on TV and everything. I'm telling you. And she was saying, like, you have free will, so you can do what you want to do. But, like, you know, this is yours.
Fuck yeah.
Just told me that. So I was like, maybe I should. But it just gets so annoying because people are crazy.
They are, but the benefit is also there too, and that's what you got to keep your eye out on. It's also so rewarding, and the work and how people feel about our work and the impact we have in people's lives, and the fact that we keep people going with sometimes the best thing that's happening in their life, and all the potential outside of just being in the space and getting connected and the money, the accolade. I mean, it's literally. I mean, you know, the silliness is as high as you want it to be. So I think it's worth it because I put it with a lot of bullshit too. But clearly, with me still being here, that tells me that I benefit more from the good than I do from the raggedy shit that takes place sometimes. But I absolutely sis think that like this is your lane. I also don't want it to compromise your health. So I understand also like you gotta be, you gotta be in the headspace and you gotta you gotta take care of yourself too. But god damn it, you are talented and anointed for this shit, Nosy.
Yeah.
Even if you don't return, girl, like you got it. You got it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It seems like you're passionate about the truth, and I always go with your passion. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be honest, like I'm going through a lot. Like this is my second anniversary of my father passing away. So it's been rough. And so I agree with Conscious. Like like you guys have no idea what, you know, yes, it's entertaining and things of that nature. But like he said, a lot of times it does allow us to push through, you know, and we honestly, the people who's rooting for you, that's what matters. Even if you touch or help one person, you're doing God's work. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? You doing God's work. And at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for your mental health and do what you're passionate about. And that seems to be the truth. So I agree with Conscious.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just keep it in your heart and keep on meditating on it. But just know the people are definitely ready. So when you ready, we gonna be here.
Yeah. I'm a pop out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here. I'm glad you finally brought your ass up, her.
Yes.
It sat amongst the people. Because you be in the chat, I be like, why doesn't want to hit this motherfucking lake? So I'm so glad.
I be trying to stay low because people.
Yeah.
Like I said, people weird. Some people weird me out.
They are. But I fuck with it. I appreciate you, and we'll definitely be tuning in to Nosy Heaux Live.
Yes, thank you all so much.
Okay, but a good night.
All right, good night, y'all.
All right, anybody else got any parting words, y'all? Aromas and tea. Any final words?
No, I'm just looking forward to part 3.
Baby.
Surviving TV Studios.
Part 3 is a hot fucking mess. Okay, it's a hot mess, but we'll be up. We'll be up tomorrow night at it. Thank you so much, Boo. Because I also got your birthday, love, and all that. So just thank you for everything, and also thank you for checking on me. I didn't have an opportunity to respond because it was so much going on, and I'm still in kind of a state of shock. It's kind of just been a weird week. It's been a good week, but it's been just so weird because it's just been so intense, and everything happened all at once. Like my birthday, then all this, and then the subscriber situation. Everything just happened in the same breath. It was just such a bizarre, interesting experience. So I just want to thank you for just checking on the nigga and supporting the nigga. And I really love you.
I love you more, boo. Y'all have a good morning, good night.
Good morning, good night, boo. Sin, any final words? Miss RN. Sin, my ass might be asleep, y'all. I think Sin sleep. Okay, she's asleep. LB, any final words, boo?
I don't know your relationship I don't know a lot about Larry Reed. I've seen a little bit, but as you mentioned, him being your mentor and him being a spiritual person, your growth, because I have seen you wow out.
Oh God.
but your growth with handling was really shown. It really was it was spotlighted with this situation. In my eyes, in my opinion. And congratulations on all the new subscribers, including myself. I have watched you many times. I definitely have to subscribe because I'm not missing anything now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just subscribed.
I find the glue. I got you.
Many views, but I'm now I'm all 3. I'm liking, I'm watching, and I'm subscribed.
That part. Thank you so much, boo, and God bless you. I know, like you shared the anniversary of your father, so light and love to you. I lost my mom in 2012, so I totally get it, and I can tell you that it definitely does get better. So you just keep on staying focused and keep on pursuing your happiness and committing to the goodness in your life, and everything else will just fall by the wayside.
Well, thank you so much. You have no idea. Trying to hold it back. You have no idea how much that truly touched me, honestly. I really appreciate those words of encouragement.
Yes. You're not alone. We all in this thing together. A lot of times we think that we be the only ones, and life is kind of just doing this to us. And so we just got to remind each other, child, it ain't personal. We incubated in this thing together, and so that's why supporting each other and affirming each other is necessary. So
I just feel like I always say check on your strong friends, because it's difficult to stay strong and be strong and all the time, so
everybody needs community. I don't give a damn how red their cape is. I don't give a damn how hard their helmet is. Everybody needs community, and nobody needs community more than the person trying to keep everybody else together.
Boy, that's me.
Yeah. So, well, you found another alternative family for yourself, so we happy to have you, and we love you.
Oh, thank you, and I'm happy to be here. I'm so interested in kind of counting down to see when you gonna post up for tomorrow, because
it'll probably be around the 7:30-ish RAM, because I'm probably gonna sleep throughout the day because I had a busy day with my birthday and all that. Then I got online and I went. This is my 3rd live today, so I know I'm gonna be busted throughout the day. So it'll probably be around 7-ish when y'all can be looking for a watch page or something to come up.
Yeah, it's just crazy how, it started out the week with her whole thing with Bilal being like the thing of the week, and then boy, how those tables turned.
How them tables turn. That's how it be.
Yeah, it does. Well, you have a great night. Thank you
too,
all
boo.
for allowing me to speak.
Of course.
And
Anytime.
Godspeed to everyone.
You too, boo. That was our LB, you guys. The real Brant. And happy early birthday to Lakia. Another Scorpio. I've been surrounded by it's so many. I didn't know the Conscious Crew has so many Scorpios. Boops from Flavor of Love 2 is a Scorpio. Kaya is a damn Scorpio. Somebody else is a fucking Scorpio who was just Raspy. No, not Raspy. Is it Raspy Lil Fizz? Raspy, yeah. Raspy's brother. What's my boy name? Is it Romeo? His brother. He'd have been on the platform too. He's a damn Scorpio. So I'm like, Scorpios, honey. Turning the season out. I think the real Brant is asleep too. Are you there, real Brant? Real Brand gone, child. It's late. This was amazing. Shout out to everybody for the after show. You guys came, you slayed, you did. I love you all. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you tell a friend of a friend of a friend. Shout out to all the new subbies. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And good motherfucking night. Bye.